And here we... Alright, so let's see how this works. Alright, so now I am live on the YouTube live stream, trying this out for the first time, guys. So if you are watching this, or you're watching it just now, which is not live, but you're just watching it recently, thank you so much for watching this video. It means a whole bunch to me. I'm going to do a lot today, tonight. We got 30 minutes before Raw starts. So before Raw starts, I'm going to do a rundown pretty much of Fastlane. And my idea for this is I'm going to do a live stream after every pay-per-view that the WWE does. And I'm going to talk to you guys about what my thoughts are, what the matches were, rumors of what can happen, and then what I think is going to happen on Raw, SmackDown, or what you have you. So, with that being said, I'm going to wait for a couple of you guys to be watching, and we'll see how it goes. For this, like I said, this is my first time trying to do this, so obviously I'm not going to be perfect like most of the guys who do live streams on a daily basis, but I'm going to give it a whirl. We'll see how it goes, and we'll see what you guys think about it. So, while I'm doing this, Josh, it looks like you just approved my last statement, or my post on the Syndicate about the live stream that I'm doing right now. So thanks, man. Appreciate it very much. I'm going to check this again because the post might not actually be the correct one. And it is not. Of course it's not. So give me 1 second, guys, because I just screwed up. Obviously, first screw up. I wish I could have a counter somewhere so I could show you guys. But, like I said, this isn't the live stream. This is the live stream. I'm going to check this again. So, copy, paste, say error. This is the actual link, not the one I posted. So sorry. Click this one, not the other one. Do it now. Alright, so trying to see who else is watching this right now, but I can't tell. Just says that everyone's watching, so I'm just gonna put a nice post saying, hey, yeah, so, like I said to you guys, I'm going to be doing a rundown of the WWE Fastlane pay-per-view that happened last night. Right now, I'm going to tell you off the start what I think. I thought about it as a rating, as a whole pay-per-view, comparing to almost every WWE pay-per-view I've watched. But, to kind of put it into perspective of my background history about learning about WWE, I've been watching it since I was, I think, in kindergarten, so 1998, 1999, I was watching WWE, and a lot of people ask me, like, why do you watch it, why, you know it's fake, yada, yada, yada. Yeah, I know it's fake. Anyone that's over 10 years old knows it's fake, but we watch it as you get older for different reasons. It could be important background knowledge, or something that it meant a lot to you as a kid. There's a memory. Family gatherings, you always talked about, like myself. All my cousins always watched WWE, and when we had family gatherings, we would watch WWE, talk about it, things like that. So it brings a good special memory to my heart every time I watch WWE. Some other people, they just watch it to watch the storylines. People who are really into just like watching drama or storylines, reality TV, they watch it for that reason. Some people just watch it because the either the women wrestlers or the guy wrestlers are really attractive, so they just watch it because they're hot. I don't know what your reason is, but if you do have a good reason, please put it down below so I know why you guys watch it, because I'm always curious to see why other people watch it. I know why I watch it, but I want to know why other people watch it. So, with that being said, I'm going to wait a couple of minutes to see what's going on, if anyone's going to watch this or not. If they're not a big deal. I'm still going to talk to you guys about Fastlane. So it's nice that I can just kind of talk to myself here. And once again, usually all my videos I try to edit it and try to make it really good and try to make it look like I'm not perfect or that I am perfect, but I am not. So now you guys get to see what I do when I don't edit the videos and make myself look like I'm the best person when it comes to making videos. So, with all that being said, I'll give you guys my first thing I'll do is I'm going to give you guys a Jesus, sorry guys. I'm going to give you my first impression of Fastlane. My first impression of it is I'm probably going to give it a solid C plus. This was the last event before the Road to WrestleMania, or the grandest stage of them all, WrestleMania. So I was expecting a big impression that they would do before the big WrestleMania pay-per-view, because it is one of the biggest events of all time compared to the Super Bowl. I'm pretty sure they do a lot better attendance records than the World Series and the Stanley Cup, but that's just me. And I am a huge NHL fan, as you guys can see, Rangers all the way. And I don't know, I just feel like WWE just brings more of a crowd than some of the regular sports of the Stanley Cup, World Series, not the Super Bowl, but you know, you guys are understand where I'm going with this. So I was expecting a little bit more from them when it came to this, and they didn't really do anything that made me go wow or oh, or like really didn't impress me. Like I could almost, it was very predictable, and because it was really predictable, I kind of just lost interest in the actual pay-per-view. So I'll just run down the card from top to bottom. If you guys haven't seen Fastlane and you don't want to know the results and you want to watch it on the WWE Network, then exit out right now. I'll give you guys a couple seconds to leave. If you guys do know what happened and you guys want to know my impressions of each match, stay. Okay, so the kickoff show, some people watch it, some people don't. So that match was a 6-man tag team with Ty Dillinger, Breezango versus Mojo Rawley, Chad Gable, and Shelton Benjamin. Obviously, Ty Dillinger and Breezango won because they are the good guys, and yada yada yada. Not going to go too much in depth with this, but that was kind of an average match. Most of the kickoff shows are very average. They don't really do anything that makes you go wow or that's crazy. So I was just like, eh. Oh, Iron Patriot, dude, what's up? I didn't even realize you were actually in the stream. Thanks, man. So, Iron Patriot, I see now that you're watching this. Thanks so much for watching, dude. You are the man. What I'm going to do, actually, is I'm not going to look at myself on camera and actually watch what's going on with this. But going back to what I was saying, the Fastlane match was kind of dull. Nothing too crazy, nothing fun. Once again, it's just one of those things where it doesn't really it doesn't draw attention to people who are already watching it. And, God, David, you're killing me here, dude. I'm trying to think, but I'm trying to also talk to you. But I'm gonna do it one more time. I'm gonna share on the syndicate. And David, thanks for doing that, dude. I really appreciate that. Just gonna post that. Boom. So going back to it, I think well, it's really just me and you right now, David. But what'd you think of the Fastlane kickoff show between Breezango, Ty Dillinger versus Mojo Rawley, Chad Gable, and Shelton Benjamin? Me personally, I thought it was just okay, but you might have seen it, you might not have not. I mean, most people actually don't even watch the not many people even watch the pre-show, so I can understand most people don't want to watch it or just don't care until the actual pay-per-view starts. So, while that was over, the next match was actually surprising to me, and I enjoyed it more than I thought I would, which was the Royal Rumble winner, the men's Royal Rumble winner, I have to say, Shinsuke Nakamura versus Rusev. Surprisingly, this was a pretty good match. The idea of it, I can assume, was to push Nakamura to be a main eventer, to really push the fact that it will be AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura, which they've already had a match back in IWGP, which you guys can watch, but IWGP, that match was awesome, so I can't imagine this will not be any worse, or won't be that great. So I'm excited for that match, but the Nakamura versus Rusev match was pretty good. They had a lot of crowd reactions, very good positive crowd reactions, and because Rusev is one of those wrestlers that is really popular now because of his gimmick, really helped the crowd get into the match. If it was like Nakamura versus Chad Gable or Shelton Benjamin or Mojo Rawley, no one would have any interest, and it would be kind of a 5-second match. With Rusev, he kind of made it a longer match than expected, and there was a lot of questions of who was actually going to win the match, rather than the predictable matches that have happened in past pay-per-views. So, if you guys just started watching, I appreciate. Looks like I need to change the resolution, which is weird because I just give me 1 second while I also try to fix this resolution. You guys will also be hopefully I'll be getting a few more people in the stream. If not a big deal. But trying to see how I can change my thing, but I can't really change my options on my supported resolutions. So with that being said, I know that Josh Pence, I guess, and Cincy Nerd, they're actually at the WWE Live event in Ohio, not Raw. So if they're watching this right now, either live or not, hope you guys are enjoying WWE Live. I enjoyed it when it came to Baltimore a couple of months ago. I had 3 friends who don't even watch wrestling, and now they're hooked onto it. So I had a blast, they had a blast, and I know you guys are going to have a blast, seeing that your seats are right ringside, which is ridiculous. And I'm super jealous that you guys got those kind of seats. Let me see here. Okay, next one, and by all means, David or give me 1 second, guys. I'm trying to figure out what. Okay. So for some reason now my stream is going back up. I lost some people, so now it should be okay. Hopefully the stream health is good. If you guys are experiencing some minor issues, I'm sorry. Once again, trying to figure this whole thing out. That's, like I said, it's a new thing. Going on to the next match, I guess I'll just continue. We had Randy Orton versus Bobby Roode for the United States Championship. And once again, I'm actually going to say the Nakamura match between Rusev and Nakamura was better than the Randy Orton versus Bobby Roode match. being a huge WWE fan and knowing how they do certain things, I kind of had a thought or an idea of going into this that Randy Orton was going to win the United States Championship, because it is the actual last title he needed. So it was either going to be Fastlane or WrestleMania for him to win that. So that way he's actually done the trifecta of getting everything. But to me personally, I'm happy that Randy Orton got it. He deserves it. But at the same time, I wish he had won it at WrestleMania, not at Fastlane. Just because WrestleMania will draw a huge crowd and it will really help his career, compared to Fastlane, where it was just kind of a mediocre pay-per-view. So, once again, congrats to Randy Orton for winning the United States Championship, making that his last title he needed to win. And he's now won every single title besides the Cruiserweight and the Women's. Yeah. So at this point in the stream, I'm just going to say hi to everyone once again. Thank you for watching the stream. If you guys are not watching this live, you guys are probably just watching this as a video itself. So thank you so much. I understand that the quality is not that great. It is on my MacBook Pro webcam, and for some reason the stream is being a little iffy. So I do apologize in advance if the stream doesn't seem up to par, I guess we should say. I'm once again trying my best to get it going, but no guarantees here, guys. Hopefully I'm going to get this actually running a little bit smoother eventually down the road, and I'll have a better crowd. But for right now, I'm just going to have to work with what I got, which I'm not complaining. So, the next match I actually didn't watch. It was the women's match between Natalya and Carmella versus Becky Lynch and Naomi. And pretty much the idea of this match, to me personally, I thought this could have been a second kickoff show. Based on what I've watched, like highlights of it, it wasn't a great match. Kind of just was boring, and we all knew that Carmella was going to win it. Me personally, it was kind of, I was hoping it would set it up for Carmella to actually cash in on the Women's Championship, which was later on down the pay-per-view, but she didn't. And the match was just kind of boring. Once again, it almost lost a whole bunch of people. So that wasn't a great one, in my opinion. So the next match I actually enjoyed probably the most out of all of it. So this was the Tag Team Championship between the Usos versus the New Day. And I love every time these guys have a match. It's always good. Between the talent of Kofi, Big E, and Xavier on and off the mic, and as well as the Usos just being a talented wrestling family and group. It was really exciting to watch these guys perform. Unfortunately, spoiler, the Bludgeon Brothers came out and they did indeed interfere, so that match was no content, and it was a draw. But that's kind of going to set it up. I'm hoping for WrestleMania as a triple threat between the New Day, the Bludgeon Brothers, and the Usos, and possibly a TLC match. I've heard there's a rumor that they might actually go back to a triple threat tag team TLC match, just like back at WrestleMania 18 and 17, I believe. Once again, kind of blurred here, but definitely something to check out there. So I'm hoping that's actually true, because that seems like such a great match. Unfortunately, Xavier Woods did get injured during this performance, so he might actually be out for WrestleMania, which would be a bummer. But in the end, it would be Big E and Kofi, which isn't a bad tag team, which, in my opinion, was probably the most dominant tag team combination they've ever had. So I'm excited to see what they do with this with WWE. Me personally, I would have it as a triple threat tag team TLC match, but will they do it? I'm not sure. So then after that, the next match, which was pretty good, was the Women's Championship between Charlotte Flair and Ruby Riott. This match has been going on for a while. There's been a lot of speculation of it. They've been really pushing this rival between Liv Morgan or the Riot Squad and Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, and Naomi, and it finally came down to it. Charlotte versus Ruby, the two quote-unquote leaders of their teams or their staple, and of course Charlotte won. And it was a good match, actually, believe it or not. Charlotte did a really good job. Ruby Riott did a great job, as always. It almost had a NXT Women's Championship match feeling, in my opinion. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, make sure you watch some NXT matches, especially the women's tag team matches, because those have a lot of good moments, in my opinion. So it had a very good NXT vibe, which really kind of drew the crowd. But more importantly was the end of the actual match, where the women's Royal Rumble winner, Asuka, she came out to pretty much put a challenge for Charlotte at WrestleMania, which might be a good thing and might not be a bad thing. A good thing because Charlotte Flair, I heard rumor is she's going to end Asuka's winning streak at WrestleMania to be quote-unquote the queen of the WWE, but I also heard that Asuka's taking the title, which would be great in my opinion. Really would actually push SmackDown to get more of an attendance, because right now more people watch Raw than SmackDown. Also, that would also set it up for Alexa Bliss and Nia Jax at WrestleMania, which would be an awesome match also, in my opinion. Those two would have a great promo, or they're starting already to set up a good promo, and this is just an icing on the cake if this would actually be true. Nia Jax versus Alexa Bliss at WrestleMania. And then finally, the last match we had was a six-pack challenge for the WWE Championship. Who was going to face Shinsuke Nakamura at WrestleMania? And there was a lot of things leading in this match that kind of drew everyone's attention. We had AJ Styles, who's been trying to show that he's the best at SmackDown, as well as trying to beat Shinsuke Nakamura. They've really been pushing the idea of this match, and everyone's been pulling for AJ to win it, so that way we have the dream match. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, my opinion, they kind of had their objective, I guess, in this match wasn't really to win the WWE Championship, but rather set up something big for WrestleMania. Supposedly, I heard it was supposed to be Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn at WrestleMania, which would have been a fantastic match. They always have great matches together. But now, after watching it, there could be a chance that it could be Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn versus Shane McMahon. That would also be a good match, because I just think that would be pretty cool to finally see that Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens finally get their hands on Shane McMahon and vice versa. And then what would be the icing on the cake would be Daniel Bryan as a special guest referee, and then turns on Shane McMahon. Now that would be the icing on the cake for two reasons. One, that match would be stellar. It would be a combination of just KO and Shane McMahon, and then finally just adding Sami Zayn and his talent would just be great against Shane McMahon. And then having Daniel Bryan as a special guest referee would be awesome. Plus, it would be the perfect opportunity for him to make the heel turn that everyone's been waiting on, because he hates how Shane runs things, etc., etc., etc. Baron Corbin and Dolph Ziggler, my opinion, their whole point of this match was just to be just the extras, or just be two people who just add on instead of it being a fatal four-way. It was just going to be a six to draw more of attention, a crowd. They really didn't have a good purpose in this match. I don't think I see them really doing anything big at WrestleMania. Maybe they'll be in the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, but that's really all I could see for them right now, which can change in like a couple of weeks. Wouldn't be surprised if SmackDown this upcoming Tuesday, they just do a full 360 on Dolph Ziggler and Baron Corbin and put them in the mainstream picture of the WrestleMania card. Obviously, John Cena. Now, this is the one that kind of blew me off and kind of ticked me off about Fastlane. John Cena has so much speculation about him and his card at WrestleMania, and he's been iffy. He's been back and forth on if he's gonna commit or if he's not to the match of John Cena versus Undertaker. Now, my personal opinion, and I know some people are not gonna like this, I think it should be John Cena versus Undertaker, career versus career. Undertaker's notoriously known for ending careers. Shawn Michaels, quote unquote Triple H, and so many others. And career versus career match has always been so popular in the WWE, and it really draws a great crowd because it's the end of a wrestler in a sense. So in this match, it would be John Cena versus Undertaker, two people who have two different groups of people that have their back. Undertaker has the classic fans, the older fans like myself and older who have watched him since day one, and we don't want him to ever go. And then John Cena's fans are the little kids, the moms, the people who just know him for being who he is on the mainstream of society, so TV, you know, those things. And I think that would be such a good rival to have those two go at it, and I think it would be a perfect send-off for Undertaker to finally pass what I think is his torch to John Cena to now be the Undertaker of either WrestleMania or just the WWE in general. And at the same time, it would be a great salute to Undertaker because of his amazing career. Do I think Roman Reigns should have ended or retired Undertaker? Absolutely not. I do not like Roman Reigns and the way they're pushing him in the WWE. I'm not saying I don't appreciate what he does as a character or as a person. I respect him more than anyone. But the way they push Roman Reigns right now, it just kind of ticks me off. So it's not more of Roman, it's just the writers and Vince. But the idea of this was that John Cena was going to win the WWE Championship at Fastlane to be the 17-time world champion, and then all of a sudden you hear the gong, Undertaker comes out, choke slams or ruins the pinfall, choke slams or tombstones John Cena, and that would set up the beginning of their promo for WrestleMania. However, that didn't happen whatsoever. So in my mind, prior to Fastlane, I had two things going in my head. One, if John Cena was going to win the championship and the gong would hit, there's a good chance it would be Undertaker versus John Cena, career versus career would be the main event. Two, we would have no gong, and then in my mind, that means Undertaker may not actually be healthy enough to get back into the ring. Now, a lot of people are talking that he dyed his beard recently. There's a picture of him at Kane's mayor party thing, and he had a dyed beard. He looked fit, he looked great, looked like he was going back to WrestleMania for one more match. But there's been a lot of speculation if Undertaker's cleared health-wise to perform. Because if you watch the Roman Reigns match, towards the end, he was dying out pretty hard. He didn't even know where he was at. He had no idea what was going on. And he just might be too old to do something this big. And if they had the opportunity to do that, they should have done it already. So, unless something big happens here on Raw, where John Cena comes out, Undertaker comes out, in my mind, I can't see this match happening, and that's so disappointing because I really want to see Undertaker, Cena, career versus career, and John Cena just ending the career of Undertaker. I don't want Roman Reigns to be the one that ended Undertaker's career just because of how they pushed him in the WWE, and it kind of just gives Vince that gloat, that the "I told you so" kind of thing. So I'm going to wrap it up here because that was the end of the pay-per-view. AJ Styles is WWE Champion, which means it's Nakamura versus Styles Part 2, and that means that could be the main event of WrestleMania. I don't know. My opinions will be leading up towards this is that it will not be the main event. If it's John Cena and Undertaker does become a thing, that's going to be the main event of WrestleMania 34. If it doesn't happen, Nakamura versus AJ Styles will be the main event. So thank you so much, guys. This is just wrapping up to about 30 minutes of a stream. If you guys watched it live or couldn't, or you're just watching it now, thank you so much for watching this, guys. I mean, it's a lot to me. I'm going to keep working on these streams to kind of perfect it a little bit more. Maybe next week or the week after that, I'll do another stream just to test this out and try my best at it. Please, if you can, please hit that subscribe button down below and a thumbs up to kind of give me the encouragement that I'm doing something right and I should keep doing it or pursuing it. I think this might be a great thing as a project. This is just a project phase or beta. Hopefully this will end up being a bigger thing later on down the road. But for right now, thank you so much for watching this. This was the WWE Rundown with the Classic Soul Hunter, aka me, aka Mike. And of course, I will see you guys later. And as always, keep it loose. Peace.